I don't need you to repeat. Alright. So now that that's done, next up is clay. Let's get all four of you onto clay. We want to get clay to 800, ideally. Shouldn't be too bad. We've got nothing to do but wait for the ship to get here, so that's just fine. We actually have another pretty good truck now, so alright, let's turn repeat off on all of these guys. That'll get us over the 800 line, and then we'll go and deliver the bricks. Okay. Bricks we want from here, and we want to take. So take should be up. Yes, it is. One of our B-doubles ran out of loader. Yeah, it's okay. Alright. Sorry. We now have enough bricks, we now have enough canned goods, we now have enough wire, and we have enough clay. It looks like we have an abundance over what I suggested to myself for all of them. And back then we didn't have 4 vehicles, so there's that. Alright. Let us begin. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these 3. Actually, let me shift you up one, just so that way it's easier, because the problem is this last one doesn't have a loader, so it's effectively useless for this sort of short-term goal. We do have an excess of bricks, and this is going to unlock bricks, so I'm going to use bricks first, because bricks is the easiest thing for us to grab. Sure, it's weird that they show it that way, but let's go. Well, obviously I'm not wanting to. Game. How about we do it this way? Is that going to make it easier for you? Thank you. It took the bricks from here and put them in there. Alright. Okay, let's grab clay. I hate this. So the game does this from time to time, but it never ever ever intimates when it's a location like this. So sometimes the location won't consume, and the game doesn't tell you that it's not going to consume in any way. So what it's saying is, I didn't need to build this store really close by, because it's not consuming. So I could have just taken my time and, you know, done this elsewhere. But the game never tells me when that's the situation. I hate too many Inari sushi. Now I feel like a bloated corpse 3 days old. That's the worst part about Inari sushi. Inari sushi is delicious, but my gosh, if it doesn't cause bloat when you eat too much of it. Alright, there we go. We've unlocked the brickworks. So there we go. The Japan Brick Company has been is up and running. Okay. So now that I've done this, now I'm kind of stuck. Tactical mistake by combining it with edamame. What's the problem with combining it with edamame? I have these there's a place local to me that does edamame flash fried very true. Flash fried very briefly in a little bit of light soy, ginger, and chili. It's good stuff. Alright, so now that we've done this, I'm once again more or less stuck. Alright, we have the money. We can give it a shot. Alright. Do I want to spend 500,000 or 1.7 million? I mean, I could do 1.2 million, but, you know, who believes in half measures here? Alright. Do train tracks have limits? No, they don't. Alright. Okay, so we did this before, but we did it at a much different point. So let's continue on. Let's tell these guys not to repeat what they're doing. We could speed this train up by giving it like a multiplier, by going and doing some more businesses in Germany or whatever. I guess we'd start doing business in Japan and stuff, but yeah, it doesn't really bother me too much. So there are roadworks. But maybe we have the goods for the roadworks now. No, they're quest locked. That's right. So these roadworks, these rail works, are quest locked. So we can't actually go beyond them yet. But here in Russia, we discover an apiary which inputs beehives and outputs honey. So we now have a source of honey. Hilariously, we need to see whether or not... hang on, let me pick a truck. Yeah, okay. So I was going to say if Korea had a problem with honey, that would be annoying, but it seems like that's fine. So we now have a source of honey if we need it. And we have a clay pit as well, which is pretty cool. And then we unlock a vehicle shop. And something else as well? No, just the vehicle shop. So that's pretty much all we unlock. I think maybe we unlock something else up north. No. Up north we have roadworks. But these are completable roadworks. They just require rocks. So if we get rocks, we can continue on training up there. So here's the problem. The problem that we ran into was that we would need to complete Pyongyang in order to open this up. Wow, that's pretty neat. Look at this. That's pretty neat. That looks super cool. It's also kind of terrifying. I'm assuming they're big buildings. No, no access from South Korea. So we can only go down to about here. I do believe that we might be able to build a train station in South Korea, and maybe like it can hook up that way potentially. Not sure how that works. That sounds like a save game experiment to me. But yes, if we take the train, yeah, you'll notice that there's no other dots, so there's nothing for it to get to. So the stations here are Pyongyang Station, North Korea, and Pyongyang. We have Hwanghae-bukdo, or something like that here. But as you can see, there's no way we can complete that. But I did have a think. This place can have a rail station. It only costs 300,000, which is significantly better than the 600,000 elsewhere. So I'm thinking of doing this, but before I do, I want to make sure, just in case Korea feels weird about rocks, I want to make sure that we can import rocks. Need to remember where rocks are first. That's gravel. Could have sworn it was down here somewhere. Where the ruddy heck is rocks? Ah, there it is. Sneaky. Sneaky hobbitses. Alright, you're fine with importing rock. Alright, so what we're going to do is we are going to spend... Now, I don't necessarily know if this is what the game intends for our next step to be, but this is the step that I'm doing. Alright, doing that actually gave us 2 more industries, which is pretty cool. So we have 5 total. So let us build a storage for rock. Rock. Okay. Then we can get these guys to deliver some rock. Thank you. Then we can get this train to pick up rock and deliver it here. Okay. Cool, you guys can be done now. I don't really need any more rock than 200 tons at this stage. Alrighty. While it's doing that, why don't we just do a stop into here? We have a half-filled thing with some stuff on it, and we just go and deliver some more asphalt while we're here. You know, getting it another speed up. No, so that sort of. I'll show you in a second. That road network is actually really cheap. I'll jump in it in a second. Okay, we got you to 4 times. I don't really care about 6 times really, but we are here and we do have a relatively small amount of goods left. Alright, you're at 6 times now. Let's empty you and then pick one last place to do it. Alright, cool. Alright, train is now going to be significantly faster. Let's continue exploring. So far we haven't seen any new industry, just towns and stuff like that. Towns and more rail work. Okay. Okay. I think we have access to gravel though, don't we? Currently it's just rails in Russia, yes. Yeah, currently we're doing a rail network in Russia. So, and currently in a very small part of Russia that is very lowly inhabited. That said, we actually have a place. You just reminded me of something. I am going to just double check that. Glenelg Russian restaurant. Yeah, so there was this there's this place in Glenelg that just opened up called Shimura, and it lists itself as it doesn't really list it on this, but as specifically what is it? Specifically like Russian cuisine from around this area, basically. Which is pretty cool. Which is pretty cool. Either way, I'll have a look at that once the stream is finished. I just reminded myself of that, and it's pretty good. All right, so we have this roadworks here, but I think we have a gravel pit, so that should be fine. Wait, did we not get a gravel pit? I swore we got a gravel pit. What's this? It's a clay pit. Alright, let's have a look. We could do gravel or steel. The gravel one seems to go through more populous places, but they are both going pretty far inland. Thing is, these are all going to cost money, and I am not made of money at the moment. I'm quickly running out of it. Before we do run out of it, let's jump into the road aspect. So we have a truck place here, and a 80-ton road train would only cost us $77,000. The reason why is because it's done 1.3 million kilometers. So it's very used and going to be very slow. But we are going to stick to the 40-ton B-double. As per usual, we've spoken about the roads that 80-ton trucks can go onto. No worries, Alpha. Have a good one. I'm pretty much going to wrap up pretty soon anyway, I dare say. So, now that we're here, we can go and discover some roads. But the problem that we ran into was that there was kind of a very big limit on where we could explore. So here we are stuck here, and if we go up north, probably zoom out a little bit here. We've got a new roadwork up here. And if we go over this way, we run into a similar system. Let's continue out to the coast. You'll see that that just loops around to another roadwork there. So nothing new over this way. And then we go up north. And if memory serves, there's like a roadwork around here. And the problem that we had was that the only good we have access to is gravel. And none of the roadworks required gravel, if memory serves. Yeah, so there's the last roadwork. So we have 3 roadworks that are stopping us. Well, technically we have 2 roadworks that are stopping us. We have these 2. This one here would stop us from going back into Korea. But the problem with going back into Korea is that there's also these roadworks here which are quest locked. And I don't remember if we had any Russian at the Trans-Siberian Railway. So you gain a train. So this is what made me think that I was doing the right thing. Get a train to the Russian border and then continue on to explore Russia. Once in Russia, you can build industries, e.g. forest, once you complete a town. Search for a depot and buy a truck. Complete Uglovy, Russia. So that's what the problem was that I didn't follow this instruction. So this is what we need to do. We have Uglovy. That's probably not how you pronounce that in any way, shape, or form. But we can grab the clay from nearby and complete this town. Once we've completed this town, 2 things are going to happen. The first thing is I'm going to have a completed town, but the second thing is I'll be able to build pretty much anything I want in it. Oh, we didn't get over 50%. Crivens. I thought I timed that better. Okay. And I need another 8.25. Should be plenty. Nice. So now that we've done Uglovoye, we have 3 things and we can build a rail station in town. Rail station is 400,000. We'll possibly build a rail station, but the point is that we can now build, it looks like anything that we have a level 3 industry on, including like a sorghum farm and stuff like that. Including our 2 types of plastic factory. So these 2 plastic factories might look the same, but if you look in the top right corner, it shows you the level 1, level 2, and level 3 upgrade requirements. So this plastic factory requires steels, chemicals, and machinery to do its 3 upgrade paths. This plastic factory requires sand, wood, and bottles to do its upgrade paths. So they are different, even though they're duplicated. So now the question is, how do we continue in Russia? And the answer is we need to, I think, bring in via this aspect the goods required to do that, and also buy like a railway outpost. I think we should focus on rail initially. Could I unlock the sausage factory here? There's no sausage factory here. The only sausage is in Germany. Inputs beef, output sausages. Every other place inputs sausages. So this inputs sausages, this inputs sausages. So, but, something that I could potentially do, and this is why I wanted to go down this route. So, there is, where is it? The Norway road fix. Roads are closed to Norway. To open the roads, complete the town, and they will modify the resource requirement to fix the road. Complete Nikel in Russia. So if I can complete this place here in Russia, okay, then I can unlock the roads into Norway. If I can unlock the roads into Norway, I can take goods into Russia and into Norway and then into Germany. So I can get beef, assuming that I can get access to a port and stuff in Germany, in Russia. Even if I couldn't, as long as I can get beef into North Korea, which I probably can't, if I was to hazard a guess. I can't get cattle into North Korea, but it looks like I can get beef into North Korea. Yeah, it looks like beef is just fine to be imported into North Korea. So as long as I can get that into North Korea, I can do the rest. So, I mean, leveling up the sausage factory in Germany up to 3 and then building it here. If I could do that, I would. The problem with the sausage factory is that we can't do anything with it. It's useless. It needs beef, so the only way to get the experience to level it up is to either take its output or provide it with input. If we take its output, it's going to reach 0 output and then require input. We don't have beef. Since we don't have beef, we can't supply it with beef, which means we can't get the experience to level it up. If we could get beef, then we could do all that, but we can't. So that's the problem. Basically, there's no way to level this industry up at this current stage. As much as I would like there to be. So yeah, it's Russia time. It is Russia o'clock. So I'm going to focus on the rails first, I think, rather than roadworks. But I think if I'm going to be smart, what I should do is have a look at... Let's have a look at the train again. And see, there's a bunch of towns that the train has access to. So what I want to do, and I wish there was an easy... Oh, there is an easy way. Excellent. As long as I'm highlighted the train, I can have a look. Basically, I'm wanting to find towns. So, Partizangst. Okay, no, nothing there. Like, if I can do towns that already have railway stations. Here's one. This isn't a town, that's a problem. Then why can I stop there? That's bizarre. I can't stop there. What's going on here? I think it was that roadworks. Yes, okay, cool. Alright, what about Rasson? Nope, that's not happening. Hamburg? We're back into North Korea. Okay. That's not good. Thanks, Lena. I am happy I'm streaming as well. Even if they're boring games? Okay, here's... Oh, I see. I see. That's interesting. These are places that only a train can get to. So there's train, but there's no truck. So in order to complete these, we need to be getting the goods on a train. That's interesting. It's possible that it's only showing the train because I've only been near the train near it with the train. Although I haven't been near this with a truck, and it's showing a truck. Okay. Oh no, I think I have been near it with a truck, have I? I have. Okay, but I haven't been near Wrangell. But it also doesn't look like I can go anywhere near Wrangell with a truck. So yeah, it seems like there are specifically areas in this game that we can only supply with a train. Makes sense, I suppose, but it's just a little bit interesting. Okay. So what I think I want to do is I want to supply... Let's go back to my earlier thought. I want to supply towns that I can give... that have train stops that I can give goods to. So they need to have train stops. And I need to be able to supply them with goods. So just because the train goes through them doesn't mean that they have train stops, unfortunately. So that's a little bit frustrating. You know what this game needs? It really does need it. It needs map modes. That's what this game needs. I've come to the conclusion that that is the one UI thing that I think it could have that would massively improve the usability of the game. Like right now, I want to know what towns nearby that I have access to I could build railway at. And there's no way for me to find that out. But if I had a map mode, I could just select that, make all of these towns that don't have that ability disappear, so that way I just don't even see them, and then I could easily go and click through for what I needed. So, but alas, it is not that easy. Okay. Alright. So since we have 3 things available to us, I think the things I'm going to choose are... I'm going to choose brick to continue the truck. So the truck is... yeah. So I'm going to choose brick. The reason why I'm going to choose brick is because I already have access to clay, so I can supply the brick with clay. So let's lock that in. Let's get that sorted. We are going to build a brick factory. Why can we not build a brick factory? Have I never gotten a brick factory to level 3? That seems unlikely. It seems very unlike me to have done that. But let's go and have a look over in... where are bricks again? Whew, man, remembering stuff in this game. I don't really want to control F this, but I will. Brick. So many places are going to need brick. Apparently there are a bunch of brick residential buildings in the style of Dutch classicism built by German military in Russia. So, you know, it's a thing. No, not the German one. I said not the German one. Oh, right, yes, bricks. Bricks is what we just did. Okay. Okay. We just did bricks. But we didn't bother to get this to level 3. And why did we not bother to get this to level 3? If memory serves, it was a pain in the behind. It wanted newspapers. We can't do newspapers. We have newspapers nearby, but the problem with newspapers is they require... When did we find paper in South Korea? I just automatically assumed that I didn't have paper. Huh. Okay. We have paper. Alright, well... I will take back any besmirching that I ever did. Okay, let's get the paper mill up and running. So much besmirching. Now, I don't think I'm going to need to get this to level 3. I'm just going to, since we're already here and it's really close by, let's just do it anyway. Okay. Alright, 125 machinery. Yeah, I'm not going to do that yet. What I will do is I will supply paper to the newspaper place. Look at me with my silly assumptions. How terrible. Maybe stop. Yep, you need crates to upgrade. Let's do crates. Go deliver me crates. Thank ye. Then we can deliver newspapers to the place that needs it. Alright. You only need, I don't know how much. I don't care how much. Just go and deliver it. Fantastic. Okay. Just move away, please. Thank you. Alright, brickworks. I need to do 175 bricks. Are there any goods nearby that need some bricks? Do you need a good hot bricking? No. There's some roadworks that need bricks. Let's go and tackle some of those. Game. I'm pretty sure in yellow I have selected the 2 trucks that I wanted to do that. Okay. Let's let the other truck finish its slow ass filling. And then click. Okay, almost there. Let's also take bricks to this roadwork just here. Excellent, you need wood next. Wood we can do. Let's go. Now I could level up, instead of leveling up this brick place, I could level up the brick place in Australia. It's just fake outs, Red. Come on. I have to supply viewers with lovely fake outs. You know how it is. I used to do that with EU4 all the time. I used to be like, oh, I'll just do this and then I'll be done. Yeah. Alright, don't need you to repeat. Alright, brickworks will be at level 2. We need it to be at level 3. Okay, the easy way to get it to level 3 is just to supply it with clay. So that's what we're going to do. In fact, we can grab both of these and also do that. Alright, this will get bricks up to level 3. Once bricks are up to level 3, we can then build bricks in Russia, which is good for us. Now the other way of doing this would have been creating a brick store and supplying it with bricks. firstly, that would assume that North Korea allows bricks, which they do. But the problem is that we have limited storage as well. So we have to be very careful with that. And we need to create a storage on both ends, where the train picks it up and where the train drops it off. So really, it's financially about the same to do it this way. And this way is like a more permanent thing. It doesn't require a bunch of micromanagement. It requires this micromanagement, but it doesn't require like the micromanagement of picking up and dropping off at different locations and using storages and stuff like that, which can get quite tedious. I find it tedious anyway. How are we going? This has probably been one of the longest logistical streams I think I've done outside of the first one. I'm just curious how far I'm going through this Stream Beats playlist. We're about 2/3 of the way through the Stream Beats playlist. It's pretty cool having a playlist of songs that I can play on stream and don't need to worry about getting DMCA'd. And it's 315 songs long, so it's pretty solid. Okay, we're pretty much at the point of getting this done. So we'll turn you off and you off. Actually, let's turn you off as well, so we can get all three of you grabbing machinery. Nice. 120 at a time works for me. Alright, level 3 get. Okay, we can now build bricks, which was the entire point, so let's get to building. Dear sir, I would like a brick factory. A brickworks, indeed. Leveling up the brickworks requires newspapers. Okay, I have serious questions. Like, I knew that, but then I sort of stopped paying attention to that. Alright, here's my serious question. Dear Kaikoura Bricks. No, I imagine you're the same, because I do have access to newspaper, and level 3 is also requiring machinery, so I'm guessing you're the same. I was curious if it was worth providing you with a level 3 benefit, so that way I could then build it elsewhere, but no, it is not. Okay. We could temporarily provide you with newspapers. It's tedious and expensive. Two of the things that I do not like doing. But the alternative is not great. Okay. Alright. Let's think about that in a little bit. I didn't notice how much. Holy Hannah. This roadworks requires 576 tons of bricks and can only be done by... Okay. This is further telling me that I probably should be focusing on the rail rather than the roads. Jesus. Okay. Should have noticed that. Should have noticed that. Get rid of your congratulations. I do not deserve them. I clearly should have just focused on the rail. Okay. Jesus. You know, the other thing that I should have done was put in like bread or something, so that way I could have just used this town or something. So a town, or there was another one over here. Yeah, this town doesn't have a rail depot. Okay. Well, that was certainly something. Okay, I have a thought. It's going to take a while, but that's fine. Why can't I buy a second one of these? Oh, I'm limited to 12, and I have 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I definitely have 12 B doubles. Let's sell this one in Sydney. Now I don't have 12 B doubles. Excellent. I probably could have gotten the 20-ton one, but that's fine. So your job is to grab clay and take it. You're not going to do that because you don't need clay right now. Okay, that's fine. You will need clay shortly. I promise you. Alright, let's do that. See, look. Now it needs clay. Please go and deal with that. Thank you. Alright. So that's going to work. It's just going to take a long period of time. Whilst we think about that, let's switch back to the train, which we should have done, and decide whether or not we want steel, which we don't. The reason why we don't want steel is because steel requires iron ore as well. So we would have to provide both iron ore and steel. Or gravel, which just requires gravel. So let us do gravel. Now I don't think we have access to gravel pits, so that's going to be another thing that we're going to have to level up to level 3. But that's okay. G for gravel, no. We have asphalt pits up to level 3, but not gravel. That's fine. We should be relatively close to gravel, I think. Maybe. Who knows with me. Let's select this. I'm gonna do this the fast way. Hey look, that's some roadworks that needs gravel. Pretty sure it's over in South Korea. It is. There it is. We're at almost level 2. Let's select you as well. Need 125 steel. Go, go, gadget. Okay, we need to provide a ton of this to places, so we'll just select some roadworks and get them done with way more than they need. Alrighty. Alright, you need machinery next. Shock horror. Let's go and get machinery. Oh. Our super truck got a boost for 76,000 kilometers. Nice. I was like, why is our super truck going faster again? Well, it got a big boost. That'll do it. Gosh, I really can't wait to get this truck fully kitted out with bonuses. It is going to be an absolute beast. And then I need to spend 20 million to give it ocean floaties. But that's another thing entirely. Alrighty, we are almost done with the machinery. Let's turn repeating off. Excellent. Level 3, get on gravel. Let's install that. We also have these guys stopped, so we need to turn you back on. And build up a gravel pit. Only 75,000 for a gravel pit, that's not too terrible. So, first things first, we probably want to... Let's see if there's a place that we can supply gravel. Excellent, there is. Okay, now you require dynamite. That's less good. That being said, the way that that was filling up seems fine. So... yeah. Oh! Gravel is good. This is a town that is also a rail depot. So we just got another 3 things for trains. So that's super good. Alright, speaking of trains, dear train, you are going to... oogly voogly. I know that's not what it says, but... that is my annoying Marvel obsession coming out. It's fine. What do you mean, no vehicle access? I'm very confused, game. I can clearly get to here, yes? Yes. What is the problem? Oh, I didn't build the rail station. That's what the problem is. Technically, I didn't need to build a rail station. I could have just built another gravel pit in the other rail station and saved myself a bunch of money there. Dum-dum. Dum-dum-dum-dum-dum. That's alright. Let's assume that we're going to eventually need all of that. Alright, so you can carry up to 200 tons. You only need 134 for this. You're at about 100 tons now. I'd like if we could see the tonnage more, like, clearly. But, alas, we cannot. I'd say we're probably at about 135 now. And I'd say we're about 150 now, so I'll let it go. Okay, roadworks complete. Let's continue on. Traveling. Oh look, more roadworks. Fantastic. What do you require now, oh great... Alright, so now you're going to throw asphalt at me. So I still have access to steel if I wanted to. Asphalt or steel. What's this? This is something we can't even do. And we can't see far enough to know what we require there. Well, that's a bit of a pickle. That is a bit of a pickle. Steel or asphalt? So I think the good thing about asphalt, right, is that it needs gravel. I think the other good thing about asphalt is is that we can already build it. So it needs gravel and oil. Cheaping out has been punished. Yeah, it feels that way. So the problem with oil is I don't think we can build oil. I don't know what the requirements are to build oil, but it seems like it's not something we can just build anywhere. We can build a lot of things in places that just don't make any sense, but I think the oil place is limited. And the reason why I think that is I'm pretty sure I already have a level 3 in New Zealand. But it's regional. Okay, this one doesn't count because it's regional. Getting this to level 3 doesn't do anything. Okay. What about getting the one in South Korea to level 3? Are you regional? You are not. You are regional. See, there's a big hidden R underneath the good for plastic. So regional stuff we can't build. Makes sense. Okay, so we can't build oil, which means if we wanted to give oil, we would need to supply it. Can we supply it? We can. That is within our purview, so we could set up a storage for oil here and use rail to bring the oil to the place that provides the asphalt. But at the same token, couldn't we just do that with the asphalt? Like, bypass all of this craziness together. We can. Alright, I don't like doing the storage method, but it's reasonably cheap. And it'll get us out of its way. We can also do this with steel, so... and we might as well. It doesn't cost us a whole lot, so... Alright. You, and you. I need you all to supply asphalt. Thank you. We don't need to supply a whole lot of it, so that's probably sufficient. Alright, okay, so you're also out of iron ore. We can fix that, that's pretty easy. Let's provide you with iron ore. Okay, do not repeat.